It's been over 18 months since I had a traditional job. And even then, I was serving as a university professor. So I wouldn't say it was traditional because it was not an everyday, all day kind of situation. But all that to say, I have enjoyed my freedom. Truly, I have. There's so many things that I have been accomplishing and getting done. And I also had a lot of time of healing and setting up a new house and family time. It's just been a lot of activities. But over the last couple of months, I started to feel a shift and I started to consider that I might be ready to get a job, go back in and have some structure around myself, structure that other people are enforcing, that there's accountability, there's teamwork, there's collaboration other than me, myself, and I. So even though I would have the whole day ahead of me, there are times when I would be very scattered. I would lack passion or interest. I wouldn't get something done. And then there would be days where I would get mass amounts of stuff done because I was lit up. I was so excited and the ideas just kept spinning in my mind. First of all, the ideas never stop spinning in my mind. Um, it's just how my brain works. But in the last couple of months, I also discovered that I have an ADHD style brain. And some of the things that an ADHD brain takes on is they can struggle with open endedness. They can struggle without accountability and structure, and they're not super fantastic at naturally putting it in for themselves. So I have been getting coaching and support on understanding how my brain operates and giving me in what I do the understanding of how I can operate best. And this has been very powerful for me. This has been hugely life changing in so many ways because it's helping me to have structure. But what I've decided to do in these last couple of months is really to think about if I restricted the amount of time that I had to create, for example, my YouTube videos and the messaging that goes with that, which I call podcast. And if don't have unlimited all day, every day to sit down and write, to create the books that I'm putting out, what then? And there's something about me that thrives in having more on my plate than less. So the element of having open-ended days and not having anybody to report into and just being able to do what I want when I want. And I don't want to say that I'm not grateful for it. I have appreciated and valued this last year. However, I have come into a place where I realize that if I up level and I take employment or I get a long term contract where I'm committed to showing up for the client or the company and doing work on their behalf, and then limiting the amount of time that I have to work on my projects, then I actually think that's going to help me. And I've been in this place before. I've gone in and out of different changes and life stages over the last 25 years since I've been in my career. And so I know how this feels, but now I know how this feels with the understanding that I have a neurodivergent brain and my brain needs the support around it. So all that to say, a couple of months ago, I decided that I would start pursuing, looking for, just kind of checking out what jobs were available. But reading job boards, looking at online job posts, seeing how long they've made these online job applications and all the details, like I did a couple, not a lot, but I did a couple. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this takes so long to do this. And call me old school, but like I came up in a time when you would read the newspaper and see what job postings were there and just reach out to somebody. And then eventually you would email somebody. So, anyhow, all to say, I'm not so ancient that I don't understand online job applications. I just don't want to do it. That's the thing. I just wanted this to be simple. I wanted it to be a nice, clean transaction. I wanted it to be very like human to human, not me to online endless job application to AI filtering to all the things and getting ghosted. Like I wanted to be able to make a connection and have an impact because somebody saw my package, which I love my resume package, but AI does not. AI like filters it and hates it and how it's like designed. But I'm a designer by trade. And so it matters to me that a human lays eyeballs on this and sees it and resonates with my talent, my skill, all the things. I was thinking about how I didn't want to do the online job application, how I wanted this to be a human to human connection. I wanted to go smooth and simple. I didn't want to have to get 50 million references and jump through all these hoops and just make it really complicated. And that was not what I wanted. Then I also thought about, well, who do I want to work for? What do I want this to feel like? What kind of role do I even want to do? Because I've done a lot of different things in my career, and thought about that. And so I'm just thinking about all these different factors, and I'm just attuning myself, my connection emotionally to what feels right and what doesn't feel right. And immediately I would say, well, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. So it's kind of like that, all inside of me. I wasn't necessarily writing this down. I think I had a couple of journal entries I did, but nothing like major, not a list I ever made. Most of it just lived inside my heart. Now I share all of that because what I want you to know is that somebody can see inside your heart, and this somebody is God. God can understand the inner knowings that's inside of your heart. What matters to you, what you're holding on, what your visions are, what your ideas are, what drives you, what motivates you. Like he knows all these elements about you that nobody else can even understand, that you don't even have to openly vocalize them and say them out loud. You just have to get clear about them within yourself and understand what it is that you're seeking to do. And he, like, I want to say it like almost like he picks up on that, but he understands it because he is your creator. And wherever you stand with God, like I know this to be true for me. I know that it's in scripture. And so I rely on that. Like this is my trust, is that God knows what I need. So 2 weeks ago, one of my mentors put out a new program, and it's a special offer, and I want to do it. It is an offer for people who are growing their business, and it is helping them to understand how to make money within a confined period of time, like setting a restriction that over the next, 3 months, I'm going to do this, or in the next course of this period, this is what I'm going to strive for. And because business owners, and me included, can be very open ended with our goals, because sometimes we can hesitate about, are we going to be able to make it? It's a little bit of goal aversion, it's a little bit of fear coming up. Everything that she said in her offer really resonated with me, and I wanted to take advantage of it. But at that time, I didn't have like disposable funds to just throw at this offer to go and to purchase it. And so I thought about what it was that she was presenting as a part of this program. And I said to myself, okay, what if I practice this for myself? And so I just set the intention that within 7 days, I was going to have the income to be able to buy into this offer because I really wanted it. I thought it was going to be really valuable to me. And so I said, okay, let me practice this. I'm going to say I'm going to do it within 7 days. And then I said, okay, how am I going to do this? And I didn't have a plan. That's the thing. And so I just went back to my intention. And while I was working on creating something, I came across in a Facebook group a post that somebody had made. This is a private group that I'm a part of. And they had said, hey, the company I work for is hiring for this type of position if you know anybody who might be interested. And I clicked on it, and it was a simple Google form, not like this complex online application. I just had to film a quick 2 to 3 minute video, which I'm totally open to. Very nice way to make a connection with somebody. Attach my information and answer some questions. It was simple as far as what my standards were set. I did that. I followed through. The next day, I get an email inviting me to an interview. I take that interview. I think the very next day, like, oh, this went very fast. And that interview lasted about an hour. Very relatable connection. Like I felt like this connection was strong and we were on point. And I was right because I got an email later that night inviting me to do an interview the next day with the owner of the company. And they were moving fast because they had their reasons. I was moving fast just because this is a part of what I was creating. This is a part of my manifestation. Like I said, I wanted it within 7 days. I wanted it to be simple. I wanted it to be human to human connection. I wanted to feel like the flow was there. Like it was flowing. It was awesome. And because it just kept moving at a really strong pace. And they just jammed with me because the person that they were looking to have in this space, I was looking to be this person. Like, and I didn't even know them before a couple of days ago. But see, I had already set the intention and opened myself up to being of value in the right space that fit my criteria. They had already done their work in understanding the type of person that they wanted, what they were looking for, what fit into their team dynamics and personas and all the things. And then when I came along, it was a good fit. And this is how it works. It is so amazing how God orchestrates all of this in the universe that we can have a desire to be of service, to show up, to give, to do, to fill a need. And when we hold on to that and we believe in that and we're open and accepting of that, there is somebody else on the other side who is also desiring to have what it is that you're willing to put out. And so I'm really excited to see the potential of this. I just wanted to share with you that in doing this, I'm still maintaining my daily podcast. I'm still putting out these videos. I just learned how to focus better and make better use of my time, which was the whole reason I thought that getting a job would benefit me, not just financially, but give me the structure for me. And I want you to feel encouraged that you can find the way that works for you so that you can thrive at your optimal performance and achieve amazing results. Happy bouncing, friend, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.